This song is in praise of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, whose appearance day we celebrated the last weekend. His super excellent spiritual body is a brilliant golden color. He is incessantly churned by sublime transcendental ecstasies. A fraction of his mercy is able to deliver all the three worlds. Unto that son of Sri Shachi Devi I bow. Within himself there are transformations of ecstasy, such as faltering of the voice. The mighty sound of his voice chastises wicked men. His mercy dispels all fears caused by worldly existence. Unto that son of Sri Shachi Devi I bow. He wears garments the color of the rising sun. His cheeks are very captivating. His fingernails surpass the beauty and radiance of the moon. He takes delight in uttering the glories of his own transcendental qualities and holy name. Unto that son of Sri Shachi Devi I bow. Streams of ecstatic tears flow from his lotus eyes. He is ornamented with transformations of ecstasy caused by ever new loving mellows. His pastimes of dancing exhibit very slow and graceful movements. Unto that son of Sri Shachi Devi I bow. The nimble movements of his beautiful dancing feet are very pleasing. Those 2 feet are sweetened by tinkling ankle bells. His soothing face surpasses the cooling rays of the moon. Unto that son of Sri Shachi Devi I bow. He sometimes wears a loincloth of a mendicant and takes up the staff and water pot of a sannyasi monk. His transcendental body is then graced by a shaven head. His chastisement breaks apart and destroys the sins of the wicked souls. Unto that son of Sri Shachi Devi I bow. As a householder, his face is surrounded by locks of dark hair, decorated with the dust of the earth. His excellent lips, which are red like the bimba fruit, are beautified by their trembling in ecstasy. Upon his forehead he wears a brilliant tilak made of sandalwood paste. Unto that son of Sri Shachi Devi I bow. The glowing beauty of his lotus petal eyes exceeds that of the rising sun. His 2 beautiful arms extend down to his knees. His divine body is dressed in the fashion of an adolescent dramatic dancer. Unto that son of Sri Shachi Devi I bow. His super excellent spiritual body is a brilliant golden color. He is incessantly churned by sublime transcendental ecstasies. A fraction of his mercy is able to deliver all the 3 worlds. Unto that son of Sri Shachi Devi I bow. Can do the singing together, Mataji? Ujjvala varana gaur varadeham Vilasita niravadi bhava videham. Ujjvala varana gaur varadeham Vilasita niravadi bhava videham. Tribhuvana pavana kripaya nesham tam pranamami cha Shri Sachitanayam. Gada gada antara bhava vikaram Durjana tarjana nada vishalam. Bhava bhaya bhanjana karana karunam tam pranamami cha Shri Sachitanayam.
Tam pranamami cha Sri Sachitanayam.
Arunam Bharadhar Charu Kapudam Indu Vinindita Nakajaya Ruchiram.
Arunam सिन्धु विनिन्दित नखचय रुचिरम्
जलपित निज गुण नाम विनोदम् तं प्रणमामि च श्री सचितनयम्
जपित निज गुण नाम विनोदम् तं प्रणमामि च श्री सचितनयम्
विगलित नयन कमल जलधारम् भूषण नवरस भाव विकारम्
विगलित नयन कमल जलधारम् भूषण नवरस भाव विकारम्
गति अति मंथर नित्य विलासम् तं प्रणमामि च श्री सचितनयम्
गति अति मंथर नृत्य विलासम् तं प्रणमामि च श्री सचितनयम्
चंचल चारु चरण गति रुचिरम् मंजीर रंजित पद युग मधुरम्
चंचल चारु चरण गति रुचिरम् मंजीर रंजित पद युग मधुरम्
चंद्र विनिंदित शीतल वदनम् तं प्रणमामि च श्री सचितनयम्
चंद्र विनिंदित शीतल वदनम् तं प्रणमामि च श्री सचितनयम्
धृतकटिडोरकमण्डलुदण्डम् दिव्यकलेवरमण्डितमुण्डम्
धृतकटिडोरकमण्डलुदण्डम् दिव्यकलेवरमुण्डितमुण्डम्
दुर्जनकल्मषखण्डनदण्डम् तं प्रणमामि च श्री सचितनयम्
दुर्जनकल्मषखण्डनदण्डम् तं प्रणमामि च श्री सचितनयम्
भूषणभूरज अलकबलितम् कम्पितबिम्बधर वररुचिरम्
भूषणभूरज अलकबलितम् कम्पितबिम्बाधर वररुचिरम्
मलयज विरचित उज्ज्वलतिलकम् तं प्रणमामि च श्री सचितनयम्
मलयज विरचित उज्ज्वलतिलकम् तं प्रणमामि च श्री सचितनयम्
निन्दित अरुणकमलदलनयनम् अजानुलम्बित श्रीभुजयुगलम्
निन्दित अरुणकमलदलनयनम् अजानुलम्बित श्रीभुजयुगलम्
कलेवरकैशोरनर्तकवेशम् तं प्रणमामि च श्री सचितनयम्
कलेवरकैशोरनर्तकवेशम् तं प्रणमामि च श्री सचितनयम्
उज्ज्वलवरण गौरवरदेहम् विलसित निरवधि भवाभिदेहम्
उज्ज्वलवरणा गौरवरदेहम् विलसित निरवधि भावविदेहम्
त्रिभुवन पावन कृपायलेशम् तं प्रणमामि च श्री सचितनयम्
त्रिभुवन पावन कृपायलेशम् तं प्रणमामि च श्री सचितनयम्
नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने
विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने
नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यादेशतारिणे
नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यादेशतारिणे
Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Madan Mohan Radha Madan Mohan Radhe. Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Shri Radhe. Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Shri Radhe. Jaya Mahaprabhu 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 Jaya Mahaprabhu. Jaya Lakshmi Narasingha Jaya Narahari Jaya Lakshmi Narasingha Jaya Narahari Jaya Lakshmi Narasingha Jaya Narahari Jaya Lakshmi Narasingha Jaya Narahari. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya 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 Gurudev 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev. Jai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. जय विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिवर्तकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमद्भय चरण अरविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद की जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिवर्तकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमद् भक्ति सिद्धांत ठाकुर सरस्वती गोस्वामी महाराज प्रभुपाद की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नामाचार्य श्रील हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरी गोवर्धन की जय। मथुरा वृंदावन धाम की जय। नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की जय। पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय। भक्ति देवी तुलसी महारानी की गंगा माई यमुना माई की समावेत भक्तवृंद की all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Gaur Premanande. We will recite the Brahma Samhita prayers. Mataji, if you can put up on the screen. Thank you. Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarvakarana Karanam Chintamani Prakara Sadma Sukalpa Vriksha. Everyone together. लक्ष्यावृतेषु सुरभिरभिपालयन्तम् लक्ष्मीसहस्रशतसम्भ्रमसेव्यमानम् गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि वेणुं क्वणन्तमरविन्ददलायताक्षं बर्हावतां समसिताम्बुदसुन्दराङ्गं कन्दर्पकोटिकमनीयविशेषशोभं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि आलोलचन्द्रकलसद्वनमाल्यवंशी रत्नाङ्गदं प्रणयकेलिकलाविलासं श्यामं त्रिभङ्गललितं नियतप्रकाशं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि अङ्गानि यस्य सकलेन्द्रियवृत्तिमान्ति पश्यन्ति पान्ति कलयन्ति चिरं जगन्ति आनन्दचिन्मयसदुज्ज्वलविग्रहस्य गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि अद्वैतमच्युतमनादिमनन्दरूपम् आद्यं पुराणपुरुषं नवयौवनं च वेदेषु दुर्लभमदुर्लभमात्मभक्तौ गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि पन्थास्तु कोटिशतवत्सरसम्प्रगाम्यो वायोरथापि मनसो मुनिपुङ्गवानां सोऽप्यस्ति यत् प्रपदसिम्न्यविचिन्ततत्त्वे गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि एकोऽप्यसौ रचयितुं जगदण्डकोटिं यच्छक्तिरस्ति जगदण्डचयाय दन्तः अण्डान्तरस्थपरमाणुचयान्तरस्थं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि यद्भावभावितधियो मनुजस्तथैव सम्प्राप्य रूपमहिमासनयानभूषः सूक्तैर्यमेव निगमा प्रतितैस्तुवन्ति गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि आनन्दचिन्मयरसप्रतिभाविताभिस्ताभिर्य एव निजरूपतया कलाभिः गोलोक एव निवसति अखिलात्मभूतो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि प्रेमाञ्जनच्युरितभक्तिविलोचनेन सन्तः सदैव हृदयेषु विलोकयन्ति यं श्यामसुन्दरमचिन्त्य गुणस्वरूपं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि रामादिमूर्तिषु कलानियमेन तिष्ठन् नानावतारमकरोत् भुवनेषु किन्तु कृष्णः स्वयं समभवत् परमः पुमान्यो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि यस्य प्रभा प्रभवतो जगदण्डकोटि कोटिष्वशेषवसुधादिविभूतिभिन्नं तद्ब्रह्मनिष्कलमनन्तमशेषभूतं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि माया हि यस्य जगदण्डशतानि सूते त्रैगुण्यतद्विषयवेदवितायमाना सत्त्वावलम्बि परसत्त्वं विशुद्धसत्त्वं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि आनन्दचिन्मयरसात्मतया मनःसु यः प्राणिनां प्रतिफलं स्मरतामुपेत्य लीलायितेन भुवनानि जयत्यजस्रं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोलोकनाम्नि निजधाम्नि तले च तस्य देवी महेश हरिधाम सुतेषु तेषु ते ते प्रभावनिचया विहिताश्च येन गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि सृष्टिस्थितिप्रलयसाधनशक्तिरेका छायेव यस्य भुवनानि बिभर्ति दुर्गा इच्छानुरूपमपि यस्य च चेष्टते सा गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि क्षीरं यथा दधिविकारविशेषयोगात् सञ्जायते न हि तथा प्रतिगस्ति हेतु यः शम्भुतामपि तथा समुपैति कार्याद् गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि दीपार्चिरेव हि दशान्तरमाभ्युपेत्य दीपायते विवृतहेतुसमानधर्मा यस्तादृग एव हि च विष्णुतया विभाति गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि यः कारणार्णवजले भजति स्म योगा निद्रामनन्तजगदण्डसरोमकूपः आधारशक्तिमवलम्ब्य परां स्वमूर्तिं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि यस्यैकनिश्वसितकालमथावलम्ब्य जीवन्ति लोमविलजा जगदण्डनाथः विष्णुर्महान् स इह यस्य कलाविशेषो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि भास्वान् यथाश्म सकलेषु निजेषु तेजः स्वीयं कियत् प्रकटयत्यपि तत्त्वदत्र ब्रह्मा य एष जगदण्डविधानकर्ता गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि यत्पावत्पादपल्लवयुगं विनिधाय कुम्भा द्वन्द्वे प्रणामसमये स गणाधिराजः विघ्नान् विहन्तुमलमस्य जगत्त्रयस्य गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि अग्निर्मही गगनमम्बुमरुदिशश्च कालस्तथात्ममनसीति जगत्त्रयाणि यस्मात् भवन्ति विभवन्ति विशन्ति यं च गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि यचक्षुरेश सविता सकलग्रहाणां राजा समस्तसुरमूर्तिरशेषतेजः यस्याज्ञया भ्रमति सम्प्रतकालचक्रो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि धर्मोऽथ पापनिचयः श्रुतयस्तपांसि ब्रह्मादिकीटपतगावदयश्च जीवः यद्यत्मात्रविभवप्रकटप्रभाव गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि यस्त्विन्द्रगोपमथवेन्द्रमहोस्वकर्म बन्धानुरूपफलभाजनमातनोति कर्माणि निर्दहति किन्तु च भक्तिभाजां गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि यं क्रोधकामसहजप्रणयादिभीति वात्सल्यमोहगुरुगौरवसेव्यभावै सञ्चिन्त्य तस्य दशन्तनुमापुरेति गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि श्रिया कान्ता कान्तः परमपुरुषः कल्पतरवो भ्रूमिश्चिन्तामणिगणमयी त्रोयममृतं कथागानं नाट्यं गमनमपि वंशी प्रियसखी चिदानन्दं ज्योति परमपि तद् आस्वाद्यमपि च स यत्र क्षीरब्धि श्रवति सुरभियश्च सुमहान् Nimesharthakyo va vrajate nahi yatrapi samayah bhaje shveta dvipam tamahamiham golokamitiyam vidantaste santah kshiti viralachara katipaye Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarvakarana Karanam Iti Shri Brahma Samhita Sampurnam Hari Om. Hare Krishna. Welcome everybody again who are joining now, and thank you again for joining us from the morning session. So we'll now get ready for the Bhagavatam class in approximately 5 minutes from now. So let's get the asanas, the seat placed here in this area, and get in the mood of listening to the best things in the world. The story of Krishna and Lord Ramachandra and all the incarnations in Srimad Bhagavatam. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So we can start with the Radha Madhav Kirtan. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Please come in the front if you don't mind. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari. Yaśodā-nandana Brajajana Ranjana. Yaśodā-nandana Brajajana Ranjana. Yaśodā-nandana Brajajana Ranjana. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha
Bihari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Yaśodā-nandana Vraja Jana Ranjana. Yaśodā-nandana Vraja Jana Ranjana. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. बोलिए from all your heart, loudly. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. One last time. Everybody together. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Kaprimanande. Hare Krishna. Good morning again and welcome to everyone to ISKCON of Silicon Valley, Mountain View. And for those who are watching us online, I can see some names on the screen. Rina, Mayank's daughter, Anita, Alpana Jain, different parts of the Bay Area and rest of the world. So this is ISKCON of Silicon Valley live stream Saturday morning, little over 8 a.m. And we are trying to do something exciting today, which is reading Srimad Bhagavatam. Now, how can be the reading of a book so exciting? How can the reading of a book be so exciting? Any thoughts on that? And please use the mic, yes.
I think through the books, when we read about a story or a plot or the characters in it, we get close to them, we get their company. And then for when we are reading Srimad Bhagavatam, we are reading some transcendental characters and their pastimes and the plots. So we get some touch to the transcendence, and then that gives us bliss.
So there are characters, there are plots, there are stories, narrations of activities that are attractive.
Yes.
Prabhu.
Also, there is exchange of rasa between those characters.
What is rasa?
Rasa is the medium through which the living entity experiences pleasure.
The medium of experiencing pleasure.
Yeah.
Good, thank you. Yeah, so we are very fortunate that our founder Acharya, His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, he established the International Society for Krishna Consciousness in New York, and then after that it has been spreading all over the world.
And this provides us a place, a shelter, a suitable facility to get together regularly, and we can discuss the characters, the portrayals, the plots, and the stories from the ancient scriptures like Srimad Bhagavatam. And when there is facility, when there are books and there are people, then there are always festivals, right? So last week we celebrated some festival. What was that? And what does it commemorate? Appearance Day of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So one of our congregation members was telling, I think it was Tori or somebody was telling, that her manager at work was saying, like, what kind of religion you are following? Like, every week you are telling me there is a festival. Right, so there is the God Purnima, and then now next we are coming, this 2 weeks from now is coming Ram Navami. And after that, so we have festivals back to back. So that's an interesting part of being in a devotee life. Life is never boring. Life is not like a newspaper. Newspaper comes out every day. The big novels, the good books, they come out once in a while. The books like Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita, they come once, very, very rare, a few millenniums, right? And this is not like every other mundane book outside, which comes and goes every other day. So let's use this opportunity to study a little bit from Srimad Bhagavatam, and also we'll talk about the upcoming festival of Ram Navami. So Mataji, if you can put up the Mangalacharan prayers, please. Thank you. Om Ajnana-timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kant Radha Kant Namosute Tapta Kanchana Gauragi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivas Adi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So who does not know what is Ram Navami? You don't know what is Ram Navami? Okay. Do you know what is Ramayana? What is Ramayana? Use the mic, please.
The story of Lord Ram.
Story of Lord Rama. So Ram Navami is the celebration of the appearance day of Lord Rama, his birthday. Okay. And so what is your name?
Jash.
Sorry?
Jash.
How do you spell?
J-A-S-H.
J-A-S-H. Nice, Jash. Okay, so yeah, Jash mentioned about Ramayana. So what is Ramayana in essence? Maybe in a few sentences, one or more of you can just speak up here, and or anybody online, feel free to raise your hands on Zoom and go ahead. What is Ramayana? Shouldn't take that long.
Hare Krishna. Ramayana is the story of Lord Vishnu appearing on the earth to deliver from the bad rulings by the demons, demon king Ravana, and then also deliver all other devotees existing at that time on earth.
Good, thank you. Unless I miss it, you mentioned everything except the name of the person, right? Lord Vishnu appeared as?
He appeared as Sri Ram.
Ram, right? You told the entire story in not Ram, thank you. So, yes, it's the story of Lord Ramachandra.
And he also established the ideal of a human person,
Yes.
and then all the ideals like the best of a son, best of a king, and the best human form possible on earth, a perfect human being.
Yeah. See, that's a very important point you mentioned about the character of a person. And people always find ways and reasons to criticize people. Like, people criticized Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu 500 years ago. And Krishna's character in his life is full of, right? People find their ways, different own reasons to criticize and blaspheme people. Lord Ramachandra is one such person. He's called Maryada Purushottam Ram. People don't find any single, reason to blaspheme him or criticize him. Well, in those days it still happened, one student was there, but in general, modern day people respect Ramayana, right? So, so what happened in Ramayana? So thank you for this very high level introduction. Good. Now, any activities or any key incidents that come to your mind when you talk of Ramayana? First person, first thing, first image. Just please go ahead. Mike.
Sita Devi gets captured by Ravan.
So Sita Devi, who is the queen, she is the wife of Lord Ramachandra. She gets kidnapped by Ravan. Okay, go ahead. Then?
I guess the various devotees and Lord Ramachandra, their process in trying to rescue her.
And who are the devotees?
Hanuman.
Monkeys, apes, and bears, and animals. Good, thank you. Then what happens this side of the hall? Hands here, go on Zoom. Go ahead. Yeah. Somebody on Zoom, they can also say here. Yes, yeah. I think she unmute Alpana, right? She's trying to unmute herself. In the meantime, Mataji, you go ahead and sing, yes, please. Who was, go ahead. Don't you nobody? Okay. Shirley, good? Following us so far? No? You good? Okay. I think she's having trouble in unmuting herself. Is it locked? Yeah, okay. You can hear.
Yes.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Yes, go ahead.
When we think of Ramayana, the most important character that comes to my mind is is Hanumanji.
Hanuman.
Like the biggest devotee of Lord Ram, and we all aspire to be like him.
Yes.
So Hanumanji to my mind when we talk about Ramayana.
Srila Prabhupada says that Hanuman is a Param Guru. He's an Acharya actually. He's in the mood of servant of Lord Ramachandra. Thank you for bringing that up. Interestingly, there are temples of Lord Ramachandra in India and elsewhere, but there are more temples of Hanuman than Lord Ramachandra. Yes or no? You go to India, there every corner you find Lord Hanuman's temple. So why? Because Lord Ramachandra made Hanuman more famous than himself. Because Hanuman was his servant who carried out his projects and instructions, his task of going to Lanka, finding Sita Mata and coming back and then leading the war. So today we will study a few things from the Srimad Bhagavatam and try to understand Ramayana from the perspective of a devotee. So Ramayana, Mahabharata, these epics, they're great scriptures, but then they can be told and explained and narrated in ways which are more appealing to masses, maybe in a more romantic ways, or in more tragic ways, or dramatic ways, like movies and cinemas and those things. But then Srimad Bhagavatam is a spotless Puran, which precisely points to the single pointed attention of bhakti or devotion to Lord Krishna or Lord Ramachandra or his incarnations, right? So, Krishangi Mataji, if you can do the favor and bring up the 9th canto, 10th chapter, verse 13. Yeah. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiriyait. Before reciting this Srimad Bhagavatam, we should change the screen. Okay. Before reciting the Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the very means of conquest, one should offer respectful obeisances unto the personality of Godhead Narayana, unto Nara-Narayan Rishi, the supermost human being, unto Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, and unto Srila Vyasadeva, the author. Srimad Bhagavatam 1-4. Thanks, Mataji. Okay. So this is where Lord Ramachandra is leading the campaign, the marching of all the soldiers from different parts of the world. Animals are collected, Jamban's bear army and Sugriv's monkey, apes, all of these people are here. Hanuman is there as their commander-in-chief, I guess, what do you call him, right? The Hanumanji is the army's leader. And then, where are they going from where? From where are they going to where?
From Kishkinda to Lanka.
Kishkinda to Lanka. Okay, so they stop somewhere because they see a hurdle. And what is that place? Rameshwaram. Yeah, that's the place. So Rameshwaram, I think, is a modern day name. But in those days, I think they just call it the ocean, the beach or the coast of the sea, the sea line. Right? So, what happens after that? They get boats and cruise ship and jump into the finest of the armored vehicles. They call amphibian vehicles, right? US Marines, amphibians, they call it. And they jump into the water and go to the Lanka. Or the what do you call, aircraft carrier, a USS Nimitz, you get something like that. Pramod, the mic.
They build a floating bridge with
They
stones.
build a floating bridge with stones. Interesting. So now we'll be discussing the story of that bridge today. The bridge represents a lot more than just a physical mass of stone and rocks. It's more than just a landscape. It's more than just a topic for politics and movies and books today. The bridge has a story behind it. And Valmiki's Ramayana mentions that. In the mood of devotee, Shukdev Goswami elaborates in details about the story of this, how the bridge was constructed. So, if you can scroll down, Mataji, please, the translation part. Now, this is where Lord Ramachandra goes to the beach, and then what do you do when you go to the beach? Get a something to eat or drink, frisbee and games, books and magazines, party, have dance. Any experiences you'd like to share? What do you do on the beach? Shirley?
Watch the water, hit the water.
Mike? Can we have one more mic, please, in the back for people in the chairs?
Look at the water.
Look at the water. And pack some food and some fries, and you. No, Lord Ramachandra just is the opposite of that. After reaching the beach, Lord Ramachandra fasted for 3 days. He fasted there, awaiting the arrival of the ocean personified. When the ocean did not come, the Lord exhibited his pastimes of anger. And simply by his glancing over the ocean, all the living entities within it, including the crocodiles and sharks, were agitated by fear. So, another thing to note here is that Lord Ramachandra has been portrayed as a character in Ramayana as somebody who is very calm, right? And he suffers the most tragic incident of, getting banished away to the forest, and he couldn't even be present at the funeral of his father. Right? He was told to leave the kingdom at once. The night he was told, in the morning he was gone with his wife and his brother. He could not enjoy the kingdom as a king up until now, at this point at least. He's a prince of Ayodhya, but he is wandering in the forest, just eating roots and shoots and fruits and whatever he gets. His wife gets kidnapped, but he never loses his calm. On the opposite, his younger brother Lakshman is somebody who is
Impulsive.
okay. What does it mean?
Opposite of calm.
Yeah. So he's more aggressive, impulsive, right? Hare Krishna. So Lakshman is again as a character. He gets angry quickly. He gets annoyed at things, and he's more reactive in nature. Now Valmiki Ramayana actually tells this moment that when Ramachandra is getting angry at the ocean, Lakshman, on the opposite, he comes and pacifies him. Lord Ramachandra actually takes his arrow and says, "I'm going to dry up this entire ocean because you're not giving me passage." So when the ocean did not come, the Lord exhibited his pastimes of anger. And simply by his glancing over the ocean, all the living entities within it, including the crocodiles and sharks, were agitated by fear. Then the personified ocean fearfully approached Lord Ramachandra, taking all paraphernalia to worship him. Falling at the Lord's lotus feet, the personified ocean spoke as follows. So, sets you in the right mood. What's happening? There is a sea beach, and there's an army of the monkeys and bears. And Lord Ramachandra was fasting. I believe he's still fasting, and then he was praying, but now he's getting a little annoyed and angry with the ocean. And actually, Valmiki Ramayana talks about in more detail that when Lord Ramachandra says that when the policy of respect and peace and harmony does not work, then it's very important it's actually a necessity to bring up the weapons and fight with the opposite party. So let's go to the next verse. So we'll recite the Sanskrit. I'll start and then you can follow after me. This is not one of those frequently recited verses. So for those who are used to reciting Bhagavatam regularly, might find it a little unusual. This is one of those infrequently used verses. Little bit more, Mataji, up if you can scroll, because I prefer to read the Devanagari. I cannot see the first line. Thank you. Devanagari part, a little. Yeah, okay, perfect. This is perfect. Thanks. Na tvam vayam jadatiyo nu vidama bhuman Kutasthamadi purusham jagatamadhisham Yat satvatah suragana rajasah prajesha. Manyoscha bhuta pataya sabhavan guneshah. Na tvam vayam jadadiyo nu vidama bhuman. Kutasthamadi purusham jagatamadhisham. Yat satvatah suragana rajasah prajesha. Manyoscha bhuta pataya sabhavan guneshah. Anybody from the audience, please pick up the mic and recite the Sanskrit.
Na tvam vayam jadadhiyo nu vidama bhuman.
Na tvam vayam jadadiyo nu vidama bhuman.
Kutasthamadi purusham jagatamadhisham.
Kutasthamadi purusham jagatamadhisham.
Yat satvatah suragana rajasah prajesha.
Yat satvatah suragana rajasah prajesha.
Manyoscha bhuta patayah sabhavan guneshah.
Manyoscha bhuta patayah sabhavan guneshah. Anybody else?
Natvam vayam jadadhiyo nu vidama bhuman.
Na tvam vayam jadadiyo nu vidama bhuman.
Kutasthamadi purusham jagatam adhisham.
Kutasthamadi purusham jagatamadhisham.
Yassatvatah suragana rajasah prajesha.
Yat satvatah rajasah prajesha.
Manyoscha bhuta patayah sa bhagavan gunesha.
Manyoscha bhuta pataya sabhavan guneshah. Mataji, anybody please?
न त्वां वयं जडधियो नु विदाम भूमन्
Na tvam vayam jadadiyo nu vidama bhuman.
कूटस्थमादिपुरुषं जगतामधीशम्
Kutasthamadi purusham jagatamadhisham.
यत्सत्त्वतः सुरगणा रजसः प्रजेशा
Yat satvatah suragana rajasah prajesha.
मन्योश्च भूतपतयः सभवान् गुणेशः
Manyoscha bhuta pataya sabhavan guneshah. Do it. Go ahead. Try.
Okay. Natvam vayam jadahi diyo nuvidam abhuman.
Na tvam vayam jadadiyo nu vidama bhuman.
Kutastamadi purusham jagatam adisam.
Kutasthamadi purusham jagatamadhisham.
Yat satvata suragana rajasha prajesha.
Yat satvatah suragana rajasah prajesha.
Manuscha bhuta pataya sabhavan gunesha.
Manyoscha bhuta pataya sabhavan guneshah. Go natural. Thank you. Word for word translation, please. Na, not. Tvam, your lordship, please repeat. Na, not. Tvam, your lordship. Vayam, we. Jadadhiya, dull-minded, possessing blunt intelligence. Nu, indeed. Vidamaha, can know. Bhuman, O Supreme. Kutstham, within the core of the heart. Adipurusham, the original personality of Godhead. Jagatam, of the universes which progressively go on. Adhisham, the Supreme Master. Yat, fixed under your direction. Satvataha, infatuated with Sattva Guna. Suragana, such demigods. Rajasaha, infatuated with Rajoguna. Praja Isha, the Prajapatis. Manyo,
influenced by tamoguna. Cha, and bhutapataya, rulers of ghosts. Saha, such a personality. Bhavan, your lordship. Guna Isha, the master of all three modes of material nature. Scroll please, Mataji, to translation. O all-pervading Supreme Person, we are dull-minded and did not understand who you are. So who is saying this now? The ocean personified. We are dull-minded and did not understand who you are. But now we understand that you are the Supreme Person, the Master of the entire universe, the unchanging and original personality of Godhead. The demigods are infatuated with the mode of goodness, the Prajapatis with the mode of passion, and the Lord of Ghosts with the mode of ignorance. But you are the master of all these qualities. So, what is the name of ocean god? Yeah, okay, Varuna. Right? Right or wrong? It is, right? Okay, so now he's telling a few very important things here, which are very much applicable in our day-to-day life as a devotee and as well as for those who are not devotees. Somebody who is the deity, the main presiding deity of the sea, the personified, the ocean. Now, he is saying ocean is compared like, we have this comparison as vast as the ocean, as big as the ocean is just a comparison we use. So, somebody who is as vast or biggest thing in the world, ocean, he's telling that we are dull-minded. Jadadhiya is the word used. And such a person could not understand who Lord Ramachandra is there, standing next to them. But when Lord Ramachandra, he attempted to punish the ocean with his bow and tried with a bow and arrow and threatened to dry it. Then now he's coming to his senses and saying, now we understand that you are the Supreme Person. And it's not the first time we are studying this. There are occasions, there are incidences in Bhagavatam we talk about the Govardhan Leela, where Indra sends torrentials of rain on Vrindavan area, and then everything is just water everywhere. And then he comes to his senses after 7 days of incessant rain, when he just is unable to move the Vrindavan Vasis. There is also another incident of Brahma, where Brahma actually tries to steal Krishna's friends. So there are multiple incidences in the history which we learn from Bhagavatam, and this is another such incident where people actually have the Supreme Personality of Godhead right next to them, and still they are unable to understand. But now, with that fear, he's saying that now we understand that you are the Supreme Person, the Master of the entire universe, the unchanging and original personality of Godhead. The demigods are infatuated with the mode. So before that, so now he's saying the Lord is unchanging and original personality of Godhead. What does it mean? From whom everything came. Okay, good. And audience online, we cannot see your hands up. So whenever there is a prompt from our side to speak up, just go ahead and speak. Unmute yourself and speak. Don't raise your hands. So everything comes from him. What is unchanging?
Nobody can take their place.
Nobody can take that place. Okay.
Yeah.
He does not get affected by the modes of material nature. It is said that change is the only thing which is constant in this world. Yes, please. Perfect. He is beyond the definition of time, the modes of nature, and the changes, material changes. And actually in the next sentence it's saying here, to what Yaśodā Mataji mentioned, the demigods are infatuated with the mode of goodness, the Prajapati with the mode of passion, and Lord of Ghosts, referring to Lord Shiva. And he's technically not in the mode of ignorance, but yeah, he's mentioned here. You are the master of also Lord Ramachandra, he's now addressing him as the master of all these qualities. Any verses that any of you can recall that talk about the unchanging and original personality of Godhead, who is the master of entire universe? I think one of that we just read this morning. Mike, please, Mike. So see, the reason is we insist on mic because the audience online, they cannot hear this unless it is used, use the microphone here.
Yes, sir. The word Govindamadipurusham refers to
Ishvara Parama. Can you recite that verse, please?
Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarvakarana Karanam.
What does it mean?
Ishvara is Parama Ishvara means
Parama.
the supreme controller is
Supreme
Krishna.
person.
Supreme controller is Lord Shri Krishna.
Yes.
Satchidananda Vigraha, his form is made up of Satchidananda. It's beyond the modes of material nature.
Eternal.
Eternal.
Right?
Yeah.
Unchanging is covered there. And?
Anadiradir Govinda. So Anadi means he doesn't have any beginning.
Yes.
And Adi means he is the cause of everything. He is the beginning of everything.
Anadiradir Govinda. Sarva Karana Karanam. He is the cause of all causes. Thank you, Prabhu. And then another verse actually is in Bhagavatam. Actually, itself is in the Chaturshloki, where Lord Krishna gives the Bhagavatam knowledge to Brahma in the 4 verses. The first one says, Ahameva sameva gre nanyad sadasat param paschadaham yadeta cha yo vashisheta sosmyaham. So if anybody can, if not you, Prabhu, anybody else remembers or recalls what that means? Let's bring it up. Krishangi Mataji. How about 2:9:33, right? Yeah. This one. Ahameva sameva gre nanyad sadasat param paschadaham yadeta cha yo vashisheta sosmaham. Anybody remembers your first handshake? When was that? No, your first handshake with Garbhodakshay Vishnu. Okay. No, first handshake of your handshake. So that's the thing. So when we shake hands with anybody, like as 4 or 5 year old, the first time somebody comes and like, yeah, hey, how are you? We don't remember that thing, right? It's many, many years now, but the first handshake of the world has been recorded in Bhagavatam, when actually Krishna gives the knowledge to Brahmaji and then shakes his hand. Yeah, go ahead. Good. And then he says this thing. That's the right place, right? So it happens. Okay, so Mataji, go down, please. Translation. Yeah. Prabhu, go ahead. Yeah.
Brahma, it is I, the personality of Godhead, who was existing before the creation, when there was nothing but myself. Nor was there the material nature, the cause of this creation. That which you see now is also I, the personality of Godhead. And after annihilation, what remains will also be I, the personality of Godhead.
Perfect. Thank you, Prabhu. So that's the another example, another verse that proves or substantiates what the god of ocean, or the personified ocean, is praying to Lord Ramachandra. So let's go back to that 9th canto, please. And we'll do the purport. 9th canto, the bridge, where the bridge is not yet there. Okay. Anybody who has not used the microphone yet? Who wants to speak? Go ahead. Yeah, Josh, please.
The word Yaśodā refers to the intelligence like that of an animal. A person with such A person with such intelligence cannot understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Without being beaten, an animal cannot understand the purpose of a man. Similarly, those who are dull-minded cannot understand the Supreme Personality Godhead, but when punished severely by the modes of material nature, they begin to understand him. A Hindi poet has said, Dukkha se sabahari baje, sukha se baje koi, sukhe se agar hari baje, dukkha katan se haya. When one is distressed, he goes to the church or temple to worship the Lord. But when opulent, he forgets the Lord. Therefore, punishment by the Lord through material nature is necessary in human society. For without it, men forget the supremacy of the Lord due to their dull, blunt intelligence.
Thank you. So anything that caught your attention in this purport?
I think it's some kind of distress, or you can say punishment from in some form that gives keeps the society on track.
Punishment that keeps society on track. Okay.
That's how the law and order works, or
Yes.
is designed to work. That
So people respect fear more than the voluntary abiding of laws, right? Is it generally observed or is it an exception? True, right? There are maybe 20, 30 officials in the DMV, but there are 200 cops running around to catch the drivers. So people fear more than following the DMV laws. Other thoughts on that? Yes, Prabhu.
Even a great personality like the in charge of the water, ocean, he was also influenced by Yaśodā-kṛpā, the dull intelligence. So being in material world is like by default you are influenced by this.
In the material world, by default we are influenced by material modes of nature.
Yeah, unless we are in constant touch, it's very difficult.
Let's go up here. Thank you, Prabhu. So Mataji, if you can scroll up, I found something pretty intriguing here, which was, in the beginning it mentioned, go up please, beginning of the purport. With this purport, Prabhu, the same purport. If you can scroll up, please. Yeah. Yes, Prabhu, here, that's it. Thank you. So, the word Yaśodā, so actually the translation, the one above, the ocean is telling, I'm a dull-headed person. Dull-headed, right? And here, intelligence like that of an animal, like a donkey or any other lower animal. And person with such intelligence cannot understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So then there are people who actually pretend, who completely ignore the presence of the Lord in front of them. One example is here when Lord Ramachandra is himself personally present, the ocean is ignoring for 3 days. And then when Krishna appeared, they were demoniac people who were ignoring his presence completely. When Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came and all the Narsingh Avatar came, right? All the incarnations are coming, and then there are stories of demoniac class or less intelligent people who are simply unable to even comprehend what to accept, like what is in front of them. Now in the modern society, there are people actually who decline to accept that there is God, let alone the name of Ramachandra or Krishna. They say there is no God, or it's atheistic class of people. So it is said here, a person with such intelligence, what intelligence? An intelligence like that of an animal. They cannot understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And the Gita, Krishna actually says twice at least, when I am present, people don't accept me. So Mataji, if you can bring up that verse from Prabhu is there. Okay, sorry, I have this verse 724 ready for you. Yeah, thank you. So here is Krishna says in translation. Anybody please? In the back, Shirley or Mataji, would you like to read? Yeah, go ahead.
this is from Bhagavad Gita where Krishna is telling Arjuna what kind of people do not accept his personality as Krishna himself.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Unintelligent men who do not know me perfectly think that I, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, was impersonal before and have now assumed this personality. Due to their small knowledge, they do not know my higher nature, which is imperishable and supreme.
Thank you.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna. And then Prabhu has one more, 9:11. It's Avajananti Mama Mura, that one, right? Yeah. So this is another famous verse that says, want to read, Shali? Please go ahead, translation. I want to give chance to everybody and make you feel part of this, this discussion, unless you want to exclude yourself or excuse out of the room, that's a different thing. Thank you. So this verse is exactly reflecting what the ocean person, the ocean personified, is mentioning there. I'm less intelligent, I'm dull-headed, and I was riding you. When you're coming in the human form, a supreme person coming in human form, sorry. So they do not know my transcendental nature as a supreme Lord of all that be. And that's yes, go ahead. Mic, please. Microphone. Transcendental. Let's look up in the dictionary. Anybody can bring up your phone and let's see. What does Google say about transcendental?
Transcends all forms, all all creatures.
Good. So transcending in general means going beyond. So who wants to read? Ready, Mataji? Mike, please pass on the microphone to her. The meaning of transcendental.
Transcendental, relating to a spiritual or non-physical realm, or two, presupposed in and necessary to experience, a priori. There's a third one. Real, but not a root of an algebraic equation.
Okay, that's mathematical definition. So so we get the, in principle we understand, right? It's something of spiritual nature which is beyond the material realm.
Yes.
So Lord Ramachandra, Lord Krishna, they are not like us as humans. Their body is not physical body or material body like ours, in the modes of material nature, and their body is not born or deteriorates or damages. Their body is entirely spiritual. This is called transcendental. And Krishna says in the Gita, Janma karma cha me divyam evam yo veti tattvata. So my janma and karma, my birth and my activities, my pastimes are divya. They are divine. And they are not like any physical mundane activities. And that is the nature of the Lord, transcendental. Yes.
One more. Why is it that I descend in the human form instead of ascend, or just when I take the form of human beings?
Descend, okay, so descend means, so this material world is on the lower side of the overall hierarchy. If you look at, there are planetary systems. There are 14 planetary systems. Higher, like Swargaloka, the higher ones, Maharloka, Tapaloka, Janaloka, right? And the lower ones, Atal, Patal, Sutal, and all those things. And there's Patal, and then there is Earth in between. So higher, there is a higher realm of Swarga or heavenly kingdom. And higher than that is spiritual realm. The Lord does not belong to any of these material realms. The Lord inherently is enjoying his life, his own pastimes, as a cowherd boy. He is tending the cows, he is dancing with his friends,
playing with his children friends, boys in the forest, dancing with the gopis, playing his flute, stealing butter. That's what he wants to do. He loves to do. That's his eternal realm. But then he descends down. It is called incarnation or avatar. Coming down to this material realm for two purposes. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkitam. Which means to annihilate the miscreants and to favor and uplift the devotees. But more important than that is his own desire to come down and just enjoy his own pastimes. So it's called descending and not ascending.
Even though he is Krishna with
descending,
all power.
if you are understanding the word descending in a more of a negative connotation, I guess, my guess, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's descending is basically not used in a negative connotation here. It's representing appearance of Lord, that he descends down as incarnation. He comes down to this material realm where he does not belong. He wants to be here out of his own desire, or he has some purpose to fulfill based on different incarnations. So he chooses to come here at his own will. Think of President of the United States. If he wants to go and meet the prisoners, it appears that he's going to the prison, or he's falling down to the prison. But actually, maybe he wants to go and meet the prisoners and the officers there and just want to take a survey of what's happening, how's the situation there. So he is actually not falling down. In terms of the outside person, he is descending from his position from the White House, he is going to a prison house. Right? But he is descending in his role to maintain things here. So that's why it is called descending down. But his nature is eternally transcendental, beyond the material world. Helpful? Okay.
Yeah. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So let's go back. So here he talks about Krishna in the Gita, twice at least we discussed, right? That what kind of people who don't understand his real presence or transcendental nature? The fools, the less intelligent people. So, and Oshin is telling those are the dull-headed people, including himself. So Prabhu, if you can go back please to the Bhagavatam. 9th canto, 9, 10. Yeah. Okay. So, any comments or questions on this one? If no, then we can go to the next verse, please. So before we go, here Srila Prabhupada actually mentions interesting thing that people try to remember God, whichever form of God they are worshipping in Christianity or Islam or whichever form of religion or faith we have. There is a tendency to remember God when there is a need, a necessity, because we want something. And if everything is going well, then people just don't think of God. And even though atheists are there, like they proclaim openly, vehemently, there is no God. I'm an atheist. But then when they like a tasty burger or whatever, they, oh my God, this is so amazing. There is God there. Thank God. Right? I caught my flight. Oh my God, what's happening? So there's some kind of situations which are unpleasing or some situations which are pleasing to them. In both situations, they react. The first reaction is, thank God. Oh my God. So then even the atheists are calling about the gods. And how can you be an atheist when you are feeling presence of God in everything, good or bad? So that principle of not accepting God basically is defined here as unintelligent. Next verse here. Now let's look at the translation. So what happens after the Oshin acknowledges? He now understands that the Lord Ramachandra is there. Now what has to be done next? So who wants to read? Probably want to read? Yeah. You can come in the front if you like. Unless you want to stay there, it's okay. Yeah. Please use the mic and go ahead.
My lords, you may use my water as you like. Indeed, you may cross it and go to the abode of Ravana, who is the great source of disturbance and crying for the three worlds. He is the son of Vishrava, okay, but is condemned like urine. Please go kill him and thus regain your wife Sita Devi. O great hero, although my water presents no impediment to your going to Lanka, please construct a bridge over it to spread your transcendental fame. Upon seeing this, construct a bridge over it to spread your transcendental. Upon seeing this wonderfully uncommon deed of your leaders, lordship, all the great heroes and kings in the future will glorify you.
Thank you, Prabhu. So now here Ocean is telling that, first of all, you did not need to create a bridge. Oh, excuse me. Before Ocean tells Lord Ramachandra, he did not even need to pray. He could have simply shot an arrow and dried up the entire water and made a passage for his army to go and cross the land. But then he fasted and he prayed for 3 days to set an example for us, to set an example to establish some principles of society, to respect the laws of material nature. And then Ocean is telling again, you can still cross it. The ocean will not offer you any impediment. You can just walk over the ocean. You can just jump over the ocean. When Hanuman can jump over the ocean, then what Ramchandra cannot do, right? So then you can just do whatever you like. You can use the water whichever way you like. But then I request you to construct a bridge. Why? Because people, thousands and millions of years after, they will remember this occasion. They will celebrate the very existence of this bridge. The people after millions of years in different yugas will remember that yes, something happened at this place. There is something they can commemorate, they can relate with. They can see as an established dharma of Lord Ramachandra. He established certain things there. He did certain activities there. And that bridge represents this pastime of Lord Ramachandra. It's not just a mechanical or a civil construction of a landscape of rocks and stones. This bridge was specifically constructed for us to remember the pastimes of Lord Ramachandra and talk about his stories. Krishna says in the Gita, Mat chitta madgat prana bodhayanta parasparam kathayantascha mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. My devotees, they get together, they talk about me, they read my stories, they read my books, they discuss about my pastimes. And that is the purpose of constructing the bridge, not for the people to cross over the ocean. The bridge was constructed for us to remember. Construct a bridge over it to spread your transcendental fame. Upon seeing this wonderfully uncommon deed of your lordship, all the great heroes and kings in the future will glorify you. So this was the real story behind the bridge. But then if you peel another layer and you go further deeper, there is another purpose or another lesson that we are learning here from this story, which is the message of surrender, the message of surrendering to the Supreme Lord, humility, the message of prayerful mood of somebody like Ocean, who is praying to Lord Ram that you can walk across me, you can cross whichever way you like, just handle me whichever way you like. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, we read these prayers, right? You may treat me in whichever way you like. You want to punish me, you want to reward me, you want to forget me, you want to remember me, but I will never forget remembering you. And that is another mood of the devotee that we should try to develop. What is that verse? Yeah, translation please in Sanskrit, if you can. Or in English? Anybody? Please open Shishtastakam. Mataji, you are there? Can you open Shishtastakam prayers so everybody can read? In the meantime, you can read if you recite the Sanskrit one.
Yeah, I think it says that you can treat me in whatever way you want to treat.
Yeah.
But please give me the bhakti, life after life, to your lotus feet.
Okay, go down, Mataji. Please scroll down. Next. Yeah, this one. And do you have a translation for this one in English? Yeah. Before it, right? Oh, yeah, this one. Yeah, this one actually, and the eighth one is eighth actually, yes. I know no one but Krishna is my Lord, and he shall remain so, even if he handles me roughly by his embrace or makes me brokenhearted by not being present before me. He is completely free to do anything and everything, for he is always my worshipful Lord, unconditionally. So when the Lord says, whichever way you like, you want to use my water, go ahead. Now he's coming into that mood. He is not an example of perfect devotee. It took some time for him to understand. But the mood he's trying to develop is that you can use my water whichever way you like. So let's go back to the Bhagavatam again, please. And we can read the purport. So is it clear so far? The translation, okay? Let's read the purport then. Who wants to read? Yes.
It is said that a sun and urine emanate
Is it
from...
Yeah. Yeah.
It is said that a sun and urine emanate from the same source, the genitals. When a son is a devotee or a great learned person, the seminal discharge for begetting a son is successful. But if the son is unqualified and brings no glory to his family, he is no better than urine. Here Ravana is compared to urine because he was a cause of disturbances to the three worlds. Thus the ocean personified wanted him killed by Lord Ramachandra.
Please scroll down.
One feature of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Ramachandra, is omnipotence. The Lord can act without regard to material impediments or inconveniences, but to prove that he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead and was not merely advertised as Godhead or elected by popular vote, he constructed a wonderful bridge over the ocean. Nowadays, it has become fashionable to create some artificial god who performs no uncommon activities. A little magic will bewilder a foolish person into selecting an artificial god because he does not understand how powerful God is. Lord Ramachandra, however, constructed a bridge over the water with a stone by making the stone float. This is proof of God's uncommonly wonderful power. I'm actually, I missed it.
Yes, highlighting it.
Okay. Why should someone be accepted as God without displaying extraordinary potency by doing something never to be done by any common man? We accept Lord Ramachandra as the Supreme Personality of Godhead because he constructed this bridge, and we accept Lord Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead because he lifted Govardhana hill when he was only 7 years old. We should not accept any rascal or as God or an incarnation of God, for God displays special features in his various activities. Therefore, the Lord himself says in Bhagavad Gita 4.9.
Everyone together, please. Janma
Janma
karma cha
karma
me
cha-
divyam evam yo veti tattvataha tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti mameti. So Arjuna is going to answer Mataji's question now. Go ahead. Yeah. Reading, yeah, continue.
One who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and activities does not, upon leaving the body, take his birth again in this material world, but attains my eternal abode. O Arjuna, the activities of the Lord are not common. They are all transcendentally wonderful and not able to be performed by any other living being. The symptoms of the Lord's activities are all mentioned in the Shastras, and after one understands them, one can accept the Lord as He is.
Thank you. What's your name?
Swikrit.
Shrikar. Thank you. So, an important thing that came out of this purport was accepting anybody as God. Prabhupada used the word rascal here, like anybody can just pretend, impersonate like a god, and then they can lead the society into wrong direction. There's a story of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur actually. Who does not know him? Or who knows him? Who does not know? It's either way. Raise your hands, please. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So if you look on the altar, the picture in the center, in the bottom, on the left is Srila Prabhupada. Right, on the right to him is Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur. And the person next to him is Gaur Kishore Babaji Maharaj. The person on the right is, or second from the right is Bhaktivinoda Thakur. He was the father of Bhaktisiddhanta. So if you start from left to right, the second person is the son of the fourth picture. Now, what does it mean for us? They are our acharyas, our previous gurus who have passed down this ancient, invaluable knowledge to us in the form of books. Now, his role in society was as a magistrate. He was working under the, in those days, British Indian government in Bengal, in Odisha. And then when he was posted in Odisha, in Irapuri, he was given a task to go and arrest a person. Now, who is this person? He was not just a regular person. He was some kind of a mystic person. He would just, convert the masses into his followers. He would show just some magic tricks. He had some powers in his hair. Apparently, these yogis have the power in their hair, right? So what he would do is just create some magic tricks. He would influence the kings. And in fact, he also had his associates, Brahma and Shiva, because he was claiming himself to be the Lord Vishnu himself. His name was Bisaki Sen. Yeah. So, and then he was growing up as a nuisance to society. And the British government, and they said, yeah, just let's finish it off. So they asked Bhaktivinoda Thakur. His legal name is Kedarnath Datta, right? Yeah? Kedarnath. So he was asked to fix up that problem in his area. So now he goes, two purposes. First, of course, he's a government employee. He has to fix up. He's a judicial person, magistrate of the city, and he wants to fix it. And he has to fix it. Second, as a devotee of the Lord, his higher duty was to eliminate such an imposter person in society. Some kind of a person who is a nuisance in society, who is posing as a god. So he could not bear this. So while no other official of the government could dare to go close to that magician, that person who had a mystic powers, who would just create a lot of wonderful things. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur actually is a big story, but in short, he had a lot of obstacles. When he approached that person, he was warned that you will get dire consequences, your family will suffer this and that. Actually, it happened that magician, that mystic person who was claiming to be God, actually is not God. He has some yoga, some extreme yoga powers, some siddhis they call. He had those siddhis. Siddhis means some mystic perfections you can get. You can do some magic tricks out of those things. And the story goes that Bhaktivinoda's daughter actually, she fell sick. And on the day of, very, very bad, she was sick. And then on the day of the final judgment, it ran for 18 days. And then he himself fell sick very bad. So despite all the challenges, he wrote down the judgment, he announced it, and that person was arrested. He was put behind the bars for 18 months and things happened. Then he later died in the prison. But then people came out after that. There is one person who came as Brahma, somebody else as Shiva, and then there were people popping out everywhere as gods in society. Even in the days of Krishna, there was somebody named as Pondraka who was
posing himself as the main Krishna, the real Vishnu, who is the God himself. And Krishna had to finish him. And in the modern society also, contemporary world, today there are people and societies and followers of those people which most of us know. Without calling up the names, we know there is Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma and everybody is here in the market today. So going back to the purport, Srila Prabhupada actually, he criticizes and is very vocal against this kind of a mentality of people who are, if you can go back to purport, please. They are people who are unintelligent and they would simply go ahead and follow these kind of people with some small power here and there. They will just pose as God or some super powerful person. Can you go down, please? Yeah, here. A little bit, where was that? A common man would follow them. Slowly, can you go down slow? Go down, please. Scroll down. Scroll down. Can you go up? Look for common, just do Control F maybe and look for common. Next one, next common. Common, next one. Is it this purport or the previous one? Yeah, I think we missed that part. But somewhere it says that the people who are less intelligent, who actually are following such kind of false self-proclaimed gods. But Lord Ramachandra himself is the personality of Godhead. Right? So with that, requesting Mataji to switch to the presentation, please. And we will move towards the end of this session in the next 5-10 minutes. So yeah, resolution. Supplication for grace. So what is supplication? It's not coming up properly. Yeah, perfect, thank you. That's the picture that is depicting the incident. Lord Ramachandra is shooting, or at least trying to shoot an arrow on the sea, and the sea god is appearing, ocean personified, and then he is praying. Supplication means humble surrender or prayer, begging something for Lord's mercy, blessings for grace. And that's the story behind the bridge, how it came into existence. There will be novels, books, news articles, movies, political debates forever and ever, which are happening today and will always be there. But as devotees, if there is one lesson that we all can take back from this incident, is accepting the Supreme Personality of Godhead and making sure that we are not counted among the dull-headed people. Surrender to the Supreme Lord and giving all the things that we have. Just like the ocean says, you can use my water whichever way you like. Just let's be that water of the ocean. Just tell Krishna, all my resources is all yours. What I have, my money, my body, my possessions, my house, my family, everything is yours. Use them in whichever way you like. Srila Prabhupada comes to the Western world and he just prays on the Jaladuta, the ship on which he was going. My Lord, you have some business for me here. Otherwise, why would you bring me to this terrible place? He says, if you want me to use me as a puppet, then make me dance. Make me dance. Make me dance, oh my Lord, make me dance. I am the puppet in your hand. And that is the underlying message of the incident of the construction of bridge. So let's go ahead and do a quick recap of the topics that we covered today. And the forum is open for you all to pick up the microphone and respond to the questions
And people, audience, devotees on the online, on Zoom, you are very welcome to go ahead and speak up without raising your hand gesture, because we cannot see your hands. Who needs a punishment and why?
Who do not understand that the Supreme Personality of who do not understand that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of God.
Okay, and
Sorry?
precisely there is, well, that's correct first, and precisely there is one more word.
Dull-headed?
Like an
animal?
Animal. Somebody who is dull-headed like an animal needs to be tamed.
Needs to be tamed,
Okay.
yes.
That's the direction of our scriptures. Prabhu, go ahead. Mike, I cannot hear you.
Yes. I mean, what is the context? Like, who needs a punishment and why? Like, what is the context over here? Context.
So, were you there when we were reading the purport? We read about it, the story. And can somebody quickly explain to Prabhu what we just read? In the context of what is punishment? Mataji's, anybody? This side of this zone has been silent. When Lord Ramachandra was fasting for 3 days to perform what? The crossing of the ocean and requesting the ocean to give him a passage. He did not accept his request. So then he says that people who are, then he shoots and he wants the ocean and he shoots his arrow to dry up the ocean. That's the incident in Ramayana, that Lord Rama, he actually shoots an arrow to dry the ocean and say, let all the animals, crocodile, shark and fish be killed and everything will be dried and I will make passage for my army. So then with this fear, the ocean personified, he comes up and says, oh, I'm really sorry. I didn't understand who you are. You are the Supreme Person, Lord Rama himself. And now, then he says, that I am somebody who is dull-headed. I'm like an animal, less intelligent, who could not understand Lord Ramachandra. And that's why I need to be, loudly, from you, punished. Say it loudly.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay. All clear? What is an unqualified son compared to? Use microphone, please. Urine. How are modern day artificial gods created? How are modern day, you are all artificial, you're all modern people, I mean to say, not artificial people. We are all modern people here. So we have seen artificial gods being created. Yes.
Magic tricks.
Magic tricks, they can show certain things. Yes, good. And? Just Josh. Microphone, please.
If you have enough followers.
Followers, social media influencers. You can actually go ahead and create a virtual country, by the way. I won't go any further than that. Okay. Why was the bridge...
And Prabhuji, one more point here.
Yes.
Like I would like those who leave their brains also outside along with the shoes.
Those who?
Leave their brains with the shoes outside when they
brains
go and
with
meet
their shoes outside.
So they create an artificial god.
Yeah, so true. Yeah, they get mesmerized by the magic trick somebody is showing. How was the bridge created? Oh, sorry, why was the bridge created? Yeah, that's the essence of this topic today, the story today. Why was the bridge created?
For posterity and setting an example for the...
For setting an example, not for the Lord and the monkey army to cross the ocean. The bridge was, they could have, just one of them, Hanuman could jump over the ocean. Why did they need to create the bridge? Lord Ramachandra himself, God, was present. They could just walk over the ocean.
The bridge was created for us to remember that something happened there when Lord Ramachandra was present, when he was going on his campaign to Lanka. And so we never forget Lord Ram. And we try to visit that place as a devotee. That's free. Now, it's okay. So it's not relevant whether it's the same Ram Setu or it's been over millions of ages and years have passed. It's the same thing or not, same place or not. There are different theories, different geographical structures come and go, and people have theories against and in favor of that thing. But more important than that, what's more relevant for us as devotee is to always remember Lord Ramachandra. His mission, right? To establish the dharma. Whenever Krishna and Ram, they come, their mission is to establish dharma. And for us, the mission is to always remember what they did. What is the difference between a dull-headed person and a sane man? Good. And how do they apply their level of intelligence? Can you use the microphone, please? Yeah, sorry, I keep on repeating it because people on online, they cannot hear you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So the dull-headed person is less intelligent, and a sane person is more intelligent and has more, what do you call it? He has a sense to discriminate between real God and not real God.
Yes. So when the Supreme Personality of Godhead comes, the intelligent man, the sane person, understands and accepts the presence of God.
Yeah.
So with that, we'll bring the session for today to close. The construction of the bridge, supplication for grace, the prayer, the begging for Lord Rama's grace. And we pray that with the Ram Navami approaching, just 10, 12, 16 days from now, right? 16 days, 2 weeks from now almost. We try to develop the mood of a devotee and a humble servant of the Lord, in the mood of Lord's servant, Lord Hanuman, and as Alpana mentioned in the beginning. And we try to please our spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada, and all the previous acharyas by following their instructions. Any questions, comments, or reflections so far? Yes.
I need some clarity on this. We come to Krishna temple and we also worship Ram because they're both Vaishnavites and
Yes.
What about Hanuman and Ganesh and Saraswati and all these? What about them? Like what is written in the scriptures or what is practiced in ISKCON?
Okay, are you ready to understand and if I tell the truth?
Yeah.
You might not like it, might not be palatable.
Okay, we'll see.
Should I say?
Yeah.
I'll just repeat what Krishna says in the Gita, if that's okay with your permission.
Mm-hmm.
He says in the Gita, only the less intelligent men, they worship the demigods. Like, these are all powerful people, Saraswati, Lakshmi, Ganesha, and Hanuman, I'll touch upon him afterwards. He's not among these people. Just like we have the president of the United States or any country, and then there's a government, there's a system of bureaucracy, and there are ministers and secretaries for different agencies of defense and finance and foreign affairs, internal affairs. They are these demigods and devatas and devis for different activities and different tasks to maintain the universe that has been assigned to each of them. So they are not at the same level as the Supreme Lord. Understood? So the truth for somebody who might be too attached to worshipping a demigod is like, yeah, I don't like to hear this. So I've seen people that close their ears. I don't want to hear this. But the truth is, I'll simply repeat Krishna's instructions in the Gita as it is. That only the people who are less intelligent, who are attached to the temporary fruits, because these demigod devatas, they give temporary fruits, which are not eternal in nature. They give you something today, you might be happy, tomorrow they are gone. So those fruits are temporary, and those who are less intelligent, they are attached to those temporary fruits.
And this is why we don't worship any other demigods. We respect them, but we pray to them so that they can empower us, they can facilitate us in our life so that we can be a servant to Krishna. Hanuman on a different side is a Param Vaishnava. He's a perfect example of a supreme devotee of Lord Krishna or Lord Ramachandra. So his mood is servant, and he's the topmost devotee actually. He's considered among the topmost devotees. So he's not like a demigod. He's a devotee. He's a Vaishnava, and that separates Hanuman from the other demigods. Helpful? Any other question, reflection? Audience online? Yes, Prabhu.
Prabhu, I have one reflection from Bhagavatam.
Yes, yes.
In the beginning, we see that Roma Harshana Sutta, he was sitting on the Vyasasana when Balram comes. And it is pretty much similar to what we read today. Samudra was also not coming when Lord Ramchandra was fasting for 3 days. But
Balram picks up a
yeah.
Lord Ramachandra.
Yeah. Of course, both are showing mercy, but Lord Ramchandra seems to be more tolerant. But yeah, in one sense, Balram was also showing mercy by killing Roma Harshana Sutta.
Yeah, good. Thank you for sharing. Yes. Others? Yes, Prabhu. Please use the microphone.
Okay, so from that question, the demigods and Krishna, I don't know anybody has experience over here, but I have experience, so I just wanted to check with you guys whether you guys have the same experience. Okay, until you know Krishna, you may going to all those demigods, but when you become associated with this particular platform, and then you lose interest going to all those temples. I have a very strong experience, because before, until 2012, until I know about these things completely, I used to go even the Ramakrishna temple, you may be knowing in India. So, but at my own feelings and experience that once I started loving in this particular Krishna, and then I have lost all the feelings or going to the other temples, other demigods. Last how many years? Maybe more than 10, 12 years. I never been any temple except Krishna. Is anybody has a similar experience? Because we born in India, have a kind of tradition there. Used to go different temples like Ganesh or Durga, Kali, whatever. But I have my personal feelings. I never feel any attractions or any kind of interest going to those demigods temple. Maybe you maybe relate that one.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, I just want to check that anybody has the same experience.
Let me tell you why, first of all, why you are feeling it. Because at this temple, we make you wash the dishes all the time. I always see you in the kitchen washing the dishes or doing the floor mopping here and there, and no other temple will occupy everybody in washing and doing the service for Krishna. So it's the engagement, of course, jokes apart, but thank you for all your services, Prabhu, you are doing in this temple. And also, that's true. Krishna, the word Krishna itself means all attractive. Akarshan, all attractive. So, please keep coming, and thank you for sharing your reflection. You had something? Yes.
Thank you for the class, Prabhu. My question is, we pray to Rama and we also pray to Narsimha, but we don't consider other incarnations of Krishna, like Vamana, Varaha. Why is that?
I didn't get. We do consider. We celebrate Vaman.
We don't celebrate them as
well. It has happened that somebody's birthday appears on Ekadashi day, so we don't fast on that day, right? Vaman Dwadashi comes on, I think, Ekadashi thing, right? So that's why we fast only one day. But there is no harm in celebrating. And you can celebrate all the avatars incarnations. But it said, Ete chansha kala pumsa, Krishna astu Bhagwan Swayam. So all of these are expansions, plenary expansions, incarnations of Krishna. But Krishna astu Bhagwan Swayam. He is the supreme personality of Godhead. And also we read this morning in Brahma Samhita, Ramadi Murti Shukala Niyamena Tishtan Nana Avatar Makarod Bhuvaneshu Kintu Krishna Swayam Samabhavat Paramapumanyo Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Means Ramadi Murti Shukala, means Ram, Adi, etc. and etc. They are all the Murtis, mean all the deity forms of Lord Ramachandra and Varaha and Narsimha. Nana Avatar
means different kind of incarnations are there. Kintu, Nana Avatara Makro Bhuvaneshu Kintu. Krishna Swayam Samabhavat Paramahapumanyu. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead Himself. So that is why we worship Krishna primarily, but no harm in worshipping other forms. If you ask Hanuman, you want to go to Vaikuntha Loka to worship Vishnu, what will he say? No. He wants to worship Lord Rama in his Lord Ramachandra form. Everybody has his own rasa or the mood in which they want to serve, which reveals automatically. But most important is for all of us to follow sadhana bhakti at this point. And then we grow, and then eventually let Krishna decide where he wants to put us in which kind of service. 1,000 names of Lord Vishnu, Vishnu Sahasranam, is compared to chanting of one Lord Rama's name. And when you chant 3 times Lord Ram, Ram, Ram is equal to 1 time Krishna. So Krishna chanting 1 time Krishna name itself is, when you say Krishna, it's invoking 3,000 times all the Vishnu names. So what to say of when you keep on chanting 16 rounds every day, a minimum 16 rounds every day of Hare Krishna and Rama, right? So in the interest of time, thank you everybody. We are wrapping up the session, and I hope you can continue your enthusiasm and keep coming on the Saturday morning sessions. And we need a lot of volunteers for service in Ram Navami festival 2 weeks from now. So please try to engage and bring your enthusiasm. Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpatarubhasya kripa sandhubhya patita nam pavnebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Srila Prabhupada ki. So we will have the presentation by the youth, and that's the next event for today.
Hare Krishna, everybody. Let's have a big hand for Arna. Arna is our Kaishora student, and she just joined us this year, and I really have to tell you, she's extremely sincere in understanding whatever is being taught in the class, and she's super excited actually to do this presentation. So Arna is actually a middle schooler, and she's going to let us know what she's going to say. Go ahead. Let's have that honor, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. I just want to ask if Arna has the clicker.
Yes, Mataji.
Okay.
Hare Krishna, everyone. Today I'm going to be presenting about Krishna's appearance in this world. So Krishna's birth is transcendental and divine. He appears out of his own sweet pleasure, and he appears out of his own pleasure because, he wants to come here. Janma karma cha me divyam evam yo viti tattvata tyaktva evam punarjanma naiti mamiti sorjana. In this, Krishna says that only the smart people who are good can understand his transcendental nature and activities, and So in this, Krishna says that one who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and activities does not, upon leaving the body, take his birth again in this material world, but attains my eternal abode, O Arjuna. So basically this means like he came in his spiritual form and doesn't need to take a material body. He is Supreme Godhead, so like he doesn't need to take a material body to come in this world. When he first came here in his Vishnu form, he was like with his four-handed form, but then he had to on Vasudeva and Devaki's request, he changed into his human form, because if he comes in his four-handed form, then everyone would not take him very seriously, and it wouldn't be so good. So instead, he came in the ordinary form of a young boy. Also in 7.11 and 9.24, Krishna says the same thing, that he doesn't need to take a material body and he comes in a spiritual form. And only these only the fool people will believe that he's just a powerful person and nothing else. Now that we've talked Krishna is transcendent, Krishna's appearance is transcendental, we should why does Krishna appear? Yes. परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय च दुष्कृतं धर्म संस्थापना अर्थाय संभवामि युगे युगे. So Krishna has three reasons why he came here. One is to deliver the pious, like Govardhan Hill. The second is for killing the demons, which is like his uncle and many other demons. And the third is to reestablish the dharma, which is like Arjun now. Delivering the pious. Krishna is the supreme well-wisher of all of us, and he always wants the best for us. He protects the virtuous people and came to experience loving relationships with us. Tasmat matcharnam ghoshtam matcharnam mat parigraham gopeya. So, Vrita Ahita, this is taken from Srimad Bhagavatam 10.25.18. In this, Krishna says that I myself protect the cowherd community by my transcendental potency, for I am their master, I am their shelter, and I am indeed their own family. After all, I have taken a vow to protect my devotees. So basically by this, Krishna means that he wants the best for us, and he's going to protect us by any means. We can see that there's Draupadi, there's Sudama. He's maintaining a very well relationship with everyone. Second, annihilate the miscreants. So Krishna came to punish the demons for their own good. He came to liberate them out of their demonic life, and because they were behaving really bad towards the pure devotees. There were many demons, and Krishna's been killing them since he was very young, like 0 to 5 years old. They came every 1 or 2 days because Kansa sent them every day to kill Krishna. There was Dhenukasura, Putana, Bakasura, and many others. Third, re-establishing dharma. Krishna re-established dharma to propagate bhakti yoga. Dharma. He reminded about the devotional service so that conditioned souls who are suffering from material disasters and diseases can take the devotion and liberate themselves. Second, Krishna appeared in the form of Radharani, and he propagated Krishna's name by chanting in this yuga. So now that we've understand why Krishna appeared, we should celebrate Janmashtami, which is his appearance day. On Janmashtami, we can celebrate it in many ways, by doing kirtan, by fasting, by altar decoration, visiting the temple, doing Krishna's Jhulan, which was one of his favorite pastimes, and deity worship and abhishekam. Krishna does not need to come here, but still he descends into this world for us. He comes here for us, which is very important because he doesn't need to be here, but he does it for our own good. So that's why we should celebrate his own appearance day. When Srila Prabhupada was out there, he had no money or anything, but still he cooked prasadam and shared it with the sailors there. That's why we can learn that we can always celebrate Janmashtami under any circumstances. So we learned 3 things: that Krishna's birth is transcendental and he only appears. It's like sunrise and sunset, which is sunrise is not sun's birth and sunset is not sun's death, which is related to Krishna because sunrise means that sun only appeared and sunset means sun disappears. And when sunrise happens again, it happens in another hemisphere, and which is just like how Krishna goes into another universe to perform his pastimes again. Second, Krishna has 3 reasons he came: saving devotees, killing demons, re-establishing dharma. We should always celebrate Janmashtami because it's his appearance day. So one practical realization we can make from this is that Krishna appeared in a cell, but still he illuminated it with his own light. And our heart is also like a prison cell. And if we don't chant Krishna's name and do anything spiritual, we're gonna stay in dullness. So that's why we should chant Krishna's name and be spiritual. Hare Krishna. Thank you for listening.
That was beautiful. Thank you so much. How nice. And I'm just thinking that I can actually, lots of points, but one point that's surely going to remain in my heart is I can illuminate my heart every single day. Thank you. She'll be happy to take any questions, comments. Yes, Prabhu. Do you have a mic there?
Hare Krishna. Thank you for the wonderful session. And a big thanks to your teachers who are preparing you as a great devotee and preacher and presenter. So I have a couple of questions. First, which is your personal favorite pastime or activity of Krishna?
The Govardhan Hill.
Govardhan Hill. Okay, why?
Because in that Krishna protected the devotees.
Nice. Very good. Thank you. And next question is, how would you, so you use the word Krishna descends.
Yes.
How would you explain to somebody who wants to understand and learn that meaning of descent? Why is Krishna descending to material world?
Krishna appeared for his own sweet pleasure. Like he came to make us understand about his own presence, and we should understand that because Krishna is like the supreme personality of Godhead. So he has his own he has his own world, but still he comes down to this material world, which is very below it.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, Raseshwari helped prepare for this presentation. And last time we did an entire Indradimna Maharaj's book on Govardhan. That was our curriculum. So we did a lot of Govardhan. After reading that book, nobody else will say any other place is favorite to them. It was most beautiful. Anybody else would like to comment? Okay, let's have a big hand for Arna.
Hare Krishna.
And she wants to dedicate this to her mom because it's her birthday.
Monica
Mataji, thank you so much. So let's quickly sing Hare Krishna for Monica Mataji. Hare Krishna to you, Hare Krishna to you, Hare Krishna, dear Monica Mataji. Hare Krishna to you. And we also want to thank her dad, who's always regular getting her to the class. And absolutely, it's very, very important that it's a team effort of the teachers and the parents. Thank you. Thanks so much, Arna. Hare Krishna. We're going to get ready for the Guru Puja, so we can put away the placemats. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Mataji. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, let's go.
Thank you, Mataji, for all the switching back and forth. Very helpful.
Thank you. Yaśodā-kṛpā Prabhu. Can you sing Guru Puja?
Tadi Prabhu, tadi yes, I'll remember.
What do you want, a headset or mic?
Headset. Headset. Haribol, Haribol. It's working? Chadiya Vaishnava Seva Nistara Paiche Kebam. Chadiya Vaishnava Seva Nistara Paiche Kebam. Nama Sreshtam Anumapi Sachi Putram Swarupam Sri Rupam Tasya Grajam Gurupurim Maturim Goshtavatim Radha Kundam Girivaram Aho Radhika Madhavasam Prapto Yasya Pratita Krupaya Sri Gurum Tam Nadosmi He Guru Jnana Dhina Bhando Dadata Karunaika Sindho Vrindhavanishina Hitavatara Prasida Radha Pranaya Pracharam He Dina Bandhu Karunaika Sindhu Kuru Prasadam Mayi Mandamode Laksha Parade Bahupapagade Tatpada Padme Astu Matischa Krishnem Naivo Payanti Apachitam Kavayastavesha Brahmayusapi Krutam Ruddha Muda Smaranta Yo Antar Bahistanabrutam Ashubham Vidunvan Acharya Chaitya Vapusa Swadakritim Vinyanaktim. Without serving the representative of Krishna, nobody can approach Krishna. I bow down to the lotus feet, spiritual master, by whose causeless mercy I have obtained the supreme holy name, the divine mantra, the service of the son of Sachimata, the association of Srila Swarupa Damodara, Rupa Goswami and his older brother Sanatana Goswami, the supreme abode of Madhura, the blissful abode of Vrindavana, the divine Radha Kunda and Govardhana Hill, and the desire within my heart for the loving service of Sri Radhika and Madhava in Vrindavana. O spiritual master, O giver of the divine wisdom, O friend of the fallen, you are the giver of your own bliss, and you are the only ocean of mercy. Although dwelling in Vrindavana, you have descended for the welfare of fallen souls like myself, and you are preaching the divine love of Radha for Krishna. Please be kind upon me. O friend of the lowly, O Gurudeva, you are the only ocean of mercy. I am a dull fool and have committed hundreds of thousands of offenses. I have fallen into a dense myriad of sins. Therefore, grace me with your mercy, so that my mind may be fixed on your lotus feet and on Sri Krishna. O my Lord, transcendental poets and experts in spiritual science could not fully express their indebtedness to you, even if they are endowed with the prolonged lifetime of Brahma, for you appear in two futures, externally as the Acharya and internally as the Super Soul, to deliver the embodied living being by directing him how to come to you. The lotus feet of our spiritual master are the only way by which we can attain pure devotional service. I bow to his lotus feet with great awe and reverence. By his grace, one can cross the ocean of material suffering and obtain the mercy of Krishna. Our only wish is to have our consciousness purified by the words emanating from his lotus mouth. Attachment to his lotus feet is the perfection that fulfills all desires. He opens our darkened eyes and fills our hearts with transcendental knowledge. He is our Lord birth after birth. From him ecstatic prema emanates. By him ignorance is destroyed. The Vedic scriptures king of his character. Our spiritual master is the ocean of mercy, the friend of the poor, and the Lord and the master of the devotees. O Master, be merciful unto us. Give us the shade of your lotus feet. Your fame is spread all over the three worlds. Sri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadmaham Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadmaham Bandhamu Isavadana Mate Bandhamu Isavadana Mate Jahara Prasadevai Evavatoriya Jam Krishna Prapti Hoy Jaha Hoy Te Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Sita Te Koriya Aikya Aruna Kori Ho Mane Asa Aruna Kori Ho Mane Asa Sri Guru Charane Rate Yai Sevukama Gate Jai Prasade Pure Sarva Asa Chakudana Dilo Jai Janme Janme Prabhu Sai Chakudana Dilo Jai Janme Janme Prabhu Sai Vijnana Hude Prakashito Vijnana Hude Prakashito न जाते वेदगाय जहर चरित वेदगाय जहर चरित गुरु करुण सिंधु आदम जनार बंधु गुरु करुण सिंधु आदम जनार बंधु लोकनाथ लोकेरा जीवाना लोकनाथ लोकेरा जीवाना आहा प्रभु को दया देह मोरे पाद छाया आहा प्रभु को दया देह मोरे पाद छाया पूजाश विष्णु त्रिभुवाना गिरजाश विष्णु त्रिभुवाना शिला प्रभुपाद पतिता पावना शिला प्रभुपाद पतिता पावना जय प्रभुपादा 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 नमः विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपक्षाय भूतले श्रीमद् भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामी इति नामिने श्रीमद् भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामी इति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Panchatattva, Jaya Panchatattva, Jaya Panchatattva, Jaya Panchatattva. Jaya Mahaprabhu, Jaya Mahaprabhu, Jaya Mahaprabhu, Jaya Mahaprabhu. Jaya Radha Madan Mohan Radha Madan Mohan Radhe. Jaya Radha Madan Mohan Radha Madan Mohan Shri Radhe. Jaya Radha Madan Mohan Radha Madan Mohan Radhe. Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha, Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha, Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha, Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha. Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva. एवं विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर श्रीमद अभय चरण अरविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की एवं विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर श्रीमद श्रील भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर गोस्वामी महाराज प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की नामाचार्य श्रील हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्यामा कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की श्री वृंदावन धाम की श्री मथुरा धाम की मायापुर धाम की गंगामयी की जमुनामयी की तुलसीमयी की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की श्रील प्रभुपाद की all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories and all glories to Guru and Gauranga.
Hare Krishna.
Recording stopped.
We thank our speaker for today, Yaśodā-kṛpā Prabhu, for bringing us the Japa talk in the morning, followed by Ramakatha, the story of a bridge. Thank you, Yaśodā-kṛpā Prabhu. And we also thank our singer for the Guru Puja, Tadiya Seva Prabhu. Thank you, Tadiya Seva Prabhu. And we also thank our broadcast person for today, Her Grace Krishangi Mataji. And the cooks for today, headed by Ram Priya Prabhu and Shyam Bhakta Prabhu. We also have sponsors for today's Prasad, Pooja and Pallav. They are seeking blessings for their family members. Please shower your blessings on their family. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Is there anyone who is going to make announcements on behalf of Sankirtan today? If not, we will go to the Prasadam prayers. If anyone is there from their team, they can make the announcement. Okay. Okay, now next is our prasad here. The prasad will be served, I believe, in the parking lot, just after the prasadam prayers.
Sharira Vidyajal Jadendriya Tahekal Jive Phale Vishaya Sagore Taramati Jivati Lobo Mai Sudurmati Take Jata Katina Samsare Krishna Bada Doyamai Khori Bare Jiva Jaim Swaprasada Nadilobai Sayi Anamrita Pao Radha Krishna Gunagao Preme Dako Chaitanya Nitai Jai Nimai Nitai Mahaprasade Govinde नाम ब्रह्मणि वैष्णवे स्वल्प पुण्यव्रतां राजन् विश्वास नैव जायते प्रसादे सर्व दुःखानां हानिरस्योपजायते प्रसन्नचेतस यासु बुद्धि पर्यविष्टते त्वयोपभुक्ता श्रागन्धा वासालंकार चर्चितः उच्चिष्ट भोजन दासा तव मायां जयेमहे। श्री श्री भगवत महाप्रसादम